Right, so grade 9th, I just want to show you the how you would actually look at the concept of surface area for a cylinder, because the surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared. Now I want to explain this 2 pi r squared aspect of it. Right, so diagram, right? This is basically a cylinder there, right? Yeah, that is a cylinder. It has 2 circles at the top, all right? And so because it has 2 circles at the top, I just want to give you an example. So I took this paper and I closed it like this, all right? What I now have here is a cylinder, if you could kind of see it in that way. Right? We have now what we call a cylinder. This is a typical example of a cylinder. There's a circle at the top. At the reverse side, there's also a circle. Please don't mind the fact that, but there's a circle at the top, there's a circle at the bottom. So there are 2 congruent circles. Now, if the circle here is closed, then it becomes a surface, a face that is closed. All right, so that would be me calculating the area of one circle that is closed, because remember, the area is the space inside that two-dimensional circle. So the minute it's closed, then I can talk about the area of one circle. The minute this side is also closed, I can talk about the area of the second circle. So it's the area of one circle is pi r squared. The area of then 2 circles, I would say 2 circles that have the area pi r squared. Hence, the formula area is equal to pi r squared for one circle, but then if it's 2, we say 2 pi r squared. Okay, so for total surface area for a cylinder, it is total surface area is equal to 2 circles means 2 pi r squared, as long as the circles are what? They are closed surfaces. Okay, now then there's the other part of the formula that says plus 2 pi r h. Now, what is it about the 2 pi r times the h? Now, if we look at this cylinder, right, if I take the cylinder, right, and I open it up, what I then now have is a rectangle. Okay, in this rectangle, if I want to calculate the area of this closed, because if I close it like this, all right, it's a cylinder, but then if I open it, it's a rectangle. Now you should notice something, that the distance from here all the way to there is actually the distance of my circle when it's closed. All right, so if I close, right, okay, all right, this distance around the circle is my distance for the rectangle when it's opened from here to there. That's the distance of the circle. So that means if I want to calculate the distance, all right, for the circle, then I know that the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. So this side, okay, the distance from here to there would be 2 pi r. Why? Because it is actually the circumference of the circle when it's closed. So I can say the distance for the rectangle is defined by 2 pi r from here to there. Then from here to there for the rectangle, this is the perpendicular height of the cylinder. From the top to the bottom is the same distance of the rectangle from the top to the bottom. Okay, so I have 2 pi r. All right, if I want to calculate now the area of the rectangle, this is 2 pi r because it's the distance of the circle, and then this is 2 pi r. This is height, sorry. So this is 2 pi r because it represents the circumference of the circle. Okay, the distance. So this is 2 pi r, and then this is the height. So if I wanted the area now of this two-dimensional rectangle, it would be 2 pi r, which is the breadth, times the what? The length, which is h. So that's why this aspect of calculating the area of the cylinder, this surface, this lateral surface, if you call it that, it's actually 2 pi r for the area of, for the circumference or the perimeter of the circle, all right, which is obviously the breadth of the rectangle times the length of the rectangle, which is the height of the cylinder. So then if you multiply those two, that will give you the area of this rectangle, which is also the total surface area of the lateral surface. So that's why he says when we are talking about the total surface area of a cylinder, we say the total surface area therefore of a cylinder is actually equal to 2 pi r squared. Why 2 pi r squared? Because that would be the closed circles top and bottom, 2 pi r squared. Then we say plus 2 pi r times the perpendicular height h. Why 2 pi r? Because that represents this length from here to there, which is also the circumference of the circle. That is 2 pi r times what? The height, which is also representing the height of the cylinder, which will be the length of the rectangle. That will then give you the area of the lateral surface of the cylinder. Therefore, you will now then be able to say that the total surface area of a rectangle is, the total surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared, the two circles that are closed, plus 2 pi r times the perpendicular height h. And that's the total surface area of a cylinder. Thank you.